The school bell rang loudly, and students rushed through the corridors. Ria adjusted her backpack, thinking about the upcoming biology project. She had no idea her life was about to change forever. Her best friend, Anya, appeared at her locker, waving cheerfully. "Did you hear? Our biology teacher's giving us a DNA kit assignment," she exclaimed, sounding far too excited for schoolwork. Ria rolled her eyes playfully. "A DNA kit? What are we supposed to find, hidden cousins or secret ancestors? My family tree is boring." She had no clue how wrong she was. In biology class, the teacher explained, each student would swab their cheek, send in their sample, and analyze the results in a digital portal. Ria half listened, more focused on Anya's jokes. At home that night, Ria sat at her desk, swirling the DNA swab nervously. "This is silly," she muttered. Still, curiosity tugged at her. She sealed the kit and mailed it. Days passed. Life was normal: studying, hanging out with Anya, complaining about exams. But one afternoon, an email popped up on Ria's phone. "Your DNA results are ready." Her stomach dropped. She opened the results. At first, she saw ordinary ancestry data. But then her eyes froze. Close relative match. 100% sibling. Identity: Anya Mara. Her phone nearly slipped from her hands. Her mind spun in disbelief. This has to be a glitch. Anya, my twin? Impossible. Ria reread the screen, heart racing, unable to decide whether to scream or laugh hysterically. The next day at school, Ria couldn't focus. She kept sneaking glances at Anya during class, noticing similarities she'd never thought about before: the same dimples, the same crooked smile. At lunch, she blurted, "Anya, have you ever wondered if we might be related?" Anya's smile faltered. For the first time ever, her eyes darted away nervously instead of laughing. Anya fiddled with her fork, avoiding eye contact. "That's a weird question. Why would you even ask something like that?" Her laugh sounded forced, shaky, almost rehearsed. Ria leaned closer, whispering, "Because my DNA results came back. They say you're my sibling, my twin." The cafeteria noise faded as silence pressed between them like a wall. Anya's face went pale. You checked already?" she stammered. Her reaction wasn't confusion, it was fear. And that made Ria's heart pound even harder with 1,000 questions. Ria's voice cracked. "Why didn't you tell me? Did you know all along?" Students around them laughed and chatted, oblivious. For Ria, the cafeteria suddenly felt suffocating and hostile. Anya stood abruptly, tray clattering. "Not here, not now, please." She grabbed her bag and stormed out, leaving Ria frozen at the table, drowning in unanswered doubts. That night, Ria tossed in bed, staring at the ceiling. Memories of childhood flashed: her mom refusing questions about family history, her dad changing topics when adoption came up. Her phone buzzed with a text. It was Anya. "Meet me at the old park tomorrow evening. I'll explain everything, but you need to promise not to hate me." The next evening, Ria arrived early, pacing beneath the rusted swings. She rehearsed what she'd say, her hands trembling. Anya finally arrived, carrying an expression heavy with guilt and fear. They sat on a bench. Anya whispered, "I've known for 2 years. My parents told me after I found my adoption papers. I begged them to let me tell you." Ria's breath caught. "Adoption papers? So, my parents knew? They kept you a secret from me?" Her chest tightened as betrayal sliced deeper than she ever thought possible. Anya nodded slowly, tears in her eyes. "Yes, they knew. They told me you were my twin, but your parents begged us not to ruin your childhood." Ria's fists clenched on her knees. "Ruin my childhood? By telling me the truth? Do they even hear themselves? They stole you from me, Anya." Her voice cracked. The park was quiet except for cicadas buzzing. Anya placed her hand gently on Ria's. "I didn't want to hurt you. I was scared you'd hate me." Ria shook her head, pulling away. "I could never hate you, but I don't know if I can forgive them. They lied about my entire life." Anya sighed heavily. "My adoptive parents said your mom was too young, too overwhelmed. They thought separating us would give us both better chances. But it feels so wrong." Ria stared at the rusted swing set. "All those birthdays, all those first days of school, we could have had them together. Instead, we grew up as strangers." The silence broke when Anya muttered, "There's more. I think your parents were hiding something bigger. My papers, they had blacked out sections. Like someone erased the truth." Ria's eyes widened. "Blacked out? Like government documents?" Her stomach twisted. She suddenly realized this wasn't just about adoption, it was about secrets buried much deeper than she imagined. Anya bit her lip. "I don't think we should trust either of our families until we know everything. Promise me, Ria, we'll uncover this together." No matter what, Ria grabbed Anya's hands firmly. "I promise. Whatever secrets they're hiding, we'll drag them into the light. Together." Twins should never have been kept apart. Her voice trembled but was determined. The next day at school, Ria could barely focus. Every teacher's voice blurred into background noise as she scribbled notes about questions for her parents. Her stomach churned nervously. Anya passed her a folded note during math class. Meet at the library after school. I found something. Ria's pulse quickened. Whatever Anya had uncovered, it was important. The library was nearly empty. Anya pulled out a crumpled photocopy from her backpack. These are fragments of my adoption file. Look at the name blacked out here. Ria leaned closer, tracing the blurred lines. One faint letter peeked through the ink, an S. Whose name is this? Could it be one of our parents? She whispered. Anya nodded grimly. I think someone deliberately tried to erase them. But why? If we're twins, wouldn't the truth just say who our biological parents were? Ria's thoughts swirled. Unless one of them did something they didn't want anyone to know. Something so bad they'd rather erase their name than face the truth. Suddenly, the librarian approached, startling them. Girls, are you supposed to be reading this material? She eyed the papers suspiciously. Anya quickly stuffed them away, mumbling, it's for our project. Outside the library, Ria exhaled sharply. We need more proof. Sneaking around with half-burned papers isn't enough. We need to confront them directly. Her voice trembled but burned with determination. Anya hesitated. What if they shut us down? What if they lie again? She looked genuinely terrified, as if the truth might break them more than the lies. Ria placed a hand on Anya's shoulder. Then we make them talk. Tonight, I'm asking Mom and Dad everything. No more secrets. I deserve to know who I am. That evening, Ria paced the living room, waiting for her parents to come home. The walls felt too tight, the clock too loud, each second dragging out her dread. Her mom walked in first, smiling. Dinner's almost ready. Ria's dad followed, setting down his briefcase. They both froze when they saw Ria standing stiffly, fists clenched. Sit down, Ria demanded, her voice shaking but firm. I know the truth. About Anya. About me. About the twin you never told me about. Her mom gasped, covering her mouth. Her dad's face went pale, his knuckles tightening on the chair. Neither spoke. The silence itself confirmed everything Ria feared. Tears blurred Ria's vision. Why did you lie to me? Why did you keep my own sister away from me? Do you even know what that did to me? Her dad finally spoke, voice heavy with guilt. We thought it was best. We were told separating you two would keep you safe. His eyes avoided hers. Safe from what? Ria snapped. Don't give me half-truths again. What could possibly be so dangerous that you had to erase my sister from my life? Her mom whispered through tears. Your biological father wasn't who you think he was. He wasn't the man we told you. His name, his life. It was complicated. Ria's stomach dropped. Complicated? That's your excuse? She slammed her hand on the table. Tell me his real name. Tell me everything. I deserve the truth, no matter how ugly. Her dad's voice broke as he whispered. His name started with an S. He was powerful, dangerous. And if you dig too far, Ria, you might regret what you find. Ria's chest tightened. Dangerous? What does that even mean? Was he a criminal? A liar? What kind of man are you so scared to even name? Her mother's hands trembled. We swore to never tell you, to protect you. He hurt people, Ria. And if his enemies knew you existed, you would never be safe. Ria's voice cracked with disbelief. So instead of preparing me, you locked me in a bubble of lies? You robbed me of my own identity and of Anya. Her dad slammed his fist on the table. You don't understand. That man nearly destroyed our lives. Keeping you apart was the only way to keep both of you alive. Ria stormed out, ignoring her parents' pleas. She ran through the dark streets, heart racing, tears streaming. The only person she trusted now was Anya. When she reached Anya's house, she collapsed into her arms. They admitted it, Ria sobbed. Our father was dangerous. They erased him and you from my life to keep me safe. Anya's face hardened. Then we need to find out who he really was. Dangerous or not, we deserve to know the truth. We can't live in shadows anymore. The sisters snuck back into Anya's room, spreading out the documents again. The name with S. Maybe Singh? Sharma? Sethi? Ria guessed desperately, scanning the blacked out lines. Anya whispered, what if it's not just a name? What if S was an alias? What if our father lived a double life? Maybe even under fake identities? Ria's eyes burned with determination. Then we uncover every name he used, every secret he left behind. If our families won't tell us, we'll dig up the truth ourselves. The next morning, Ria and Anya skipped school. Instead, they took the bus downtown, heading for the old records office. Their backpacks rattled with notebooks, pens, and nerves. Inside, dusty shelves lined the walls. The clerk barely looked up as they asked about adoption records. Only accessible by family authorization, he droned, yawning. The sisters exchanged frustrated looks. Anya whispered, we'll never get anywhere like this. She slipped her phone out, snapping pictures of the index books on the counter while the clerk was distracted by his coffee. Later, huddled at a cafe, they scrolled through the blurry photos. Look here, Ria pointed. Case hashtag 1197-Mehra twins. Sealed by court order. Signatory. S. Malhotra. Anya froze. Malhotra. I've heard my adoptive parents whisper that name before. Could he be our father? The weight of the possibility made the air between them thicken. Ria bit her lip. If he was so dangerous, maybe he's still alive. Maybe that's why everyone's terrified of us finding out. Her voice was half wonder, half fear. They searched the name online. Headlines popped up. Businessman S. Malhotra charged with fraud, disappears before trial. Malhotra crime syndicate linked to political scandal. Their stomachs twisted as truth stared back. Anya whispered, if this is true, our father wasn't just dangerous. He was infamous. And we're his daughters. The realization sent chills through both sisters' veins. Ria gripped Anya's hand tightly. We can't let this define us. We're not him, but we need to know what he left behind. And if he's still out there. As they left the cafe, a man in a dark coat lingered at the corner, watching them. His phone clicked. The twins know, he muttered, vanishing into the crowd. That night, Ria couldn't sleep. Every creak of the house sounded louder. She replayed the articles in her mind, the bold letters. Malhotra crime syndicate. At school, Anya slipped her a note. Someone was following me on my way here. Dark coat, sunglasses. Same man from yesterday? Ria's heart dropped instantly. During lunch, they sat in the corner, whispering furiously. If someone's tracking us, Ria muttered, then our parents knew this would happen. That's why they wanted us silent. Anya's eyes started nervously. But what do they want from us? We're just kids. Unless, she swallowed, unless Malhotra left something behind. Something they think we inherited. Ria remembered her dad's warning. If you dig too far, you might regret what you find. She shivered. Maybe her parents weren't just lying, they were protecting her. That evening, Ria searched the attic. Dust coated every box. In one, she found old letters tied with string. Her hands shook as she read. For my daughters. Before she could open the letter, footsteps echoed downstairs. Her mother's voice called, Ria, what are you doing up there? Ria shoved the letters into her hoodie, heart pounding.